This is 28-year-old James Michael Grimes. He's bobbing in the water in the Gulf of Mexico after falling off of a cruise ship. And to be clear, James Michael Grimes' story is true. He was in the ocean for 20 hours. But some of the details of his survival story sound, well, they sound like they're not true. And I want to get into these today and see what you think about his story. This was as the Coast Guard picked him up some 20 hours after he fell off the Carnival Valor. He said in an interview with ABC News, this was his nightmare.
It was a Thanksgiving to remember.
James Michael Grimes knows he's lucky to be alive.
My worst fear is drowning, and that was something I did not want to have to face.
So he thought he might be drowning out there once he was in the water. How bad of a situation was he in? Well, it was bad before we get to some of the weird stuff and potential lies. He left on Carnival Valor from New Orleans, right here. Right around here, he fell off the cruise ship. Thing is, no one noticed for like a long time. Around 2:30 p.m. the next day. Keep in mind, he fell overboard at 8:25 the night before. And now all these hours later, the cruise ship turns back to search for this missing passenger after his family members said, "Hey, where is James Grimes? What the hell's going on?" But was he drunk? How do you just fall off of a cruise ship? Here he is.
I had during the day, and I'd actually did like an air guitar solo, and there was a competition they were doing, and I'd won it, so I'd won a free drink, so I had that. But
okay, this is him.
But you hadn't had like...
This is him winning the air guitar challenge, which he won a free drink for. And he had a couple other drinks, at least that's what he's admitted to, but he won't admit that he was drunk.
You weren't like inebriated, had like a ton of drinks.
no, ma'am. No.
How many drinks do you think you'd had?
I couldn't really say.
I couldn't really say. So he's trying to convince us that he wasn't drunk as this happened. I think that's the first big lie here from this cruise ship survivor, but there's more weird stuff.
Do you remember leaving and going to find the bathroom?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember falling off the boat?
No.
So you don't know how it happened?
No, ma'am. I came to regain consciousness. I was in the water with no boat in sight.
You don't remember falling off a cruise ship? You can't argue that you were sober and you just somehow magically fell off a cruise ship when you were trying to find the bathroom on a break from your family. This doesn't make a lot of sense. And the stories get a little more bizarre.
I thought it was a shark. I mean, I was swimming in one direction, and I looked around, and I seen it at the corner of my eye. And it came up on me really quick. And I went under, and I could see it. And it wasn't a shark, I don't believe, but it had more like a flat mouth. And it came up and bumped one of my legs, and I kicked it with the other leg. It scared me, not knowing what it was, or at the time, how big it was. All I could see was a fin.
All right, we don't know what this was. This mystery animal with a flat face or something that was in the water near him that was sold like he was attacked by sharks. But I guess there were also some issues with mysterious food things floating by.
A stick come floating by. Looked like bamboo. So I started eating on it. And it actually, I mean, I'm not going to say it tasted good, but it gave some type of flavor in my mouth other than salt water.
Was there any point while you were out there where you thought, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this?
When it started getting back towards nighttime again.
So he was out there so long that it almost got dark again, and it was getting cold once again. And all he had was his bamboo stick to eat, and he was tired of fighting off fake sharks and doing whatever else he did. Oh, and by the way, you're going to learn something else about him.
They circled the boat 2 or 3 times looking for me, and you know, I'd done taken off my socks and everything and was just waving them around my head, trying to do something where they would see me. And when that light finally hit me, somehow I heard, "We got him." And I said,
so that was the big moment right there where the U.S. Coast Guard actually rescued him. And you could hear the chaos.
Right 10. Right 5. Helicopter, green right. Clear from the Coast Guard helicopter, please stand by.
That's them bringing him up.
Back right 5.
After 20 hours at sea, they bring him back up. And one more bizarre thing. He was naked.
Well, the first thing I actually told him was, I don't have any clothes on. Because I didn't. I'd been stripped out of everything. He said, that's fine. All right, and I was just like, okay. And he told me to hold on to this life vessel, and I was just thinking, thank you. You know, you're like a guardian angel coming down for me.
What a story this guy has. Oh, yeah, and there's always one more thing.
These were actually the pants that I'd planned on wearing on the cruise, but never got to. And I put them on this morning, and I reached in the pocket, and there was something, there's a fortune, and it says, life's a beach, enjoy the waves.
Life's a beach, enjoy the waves. Just so happened to be in his pocket. I don't know. I believe he fell off the ship. But do you believe he wasn't drunk? Do you believe he doesn't remember how he fell off a cruise ship? Do you believe all these stories about random sea creatures? This seems like maybe he was out there for so long that things went a little crazy in his head. Or maybe he's trying to get a bit more attention. Let me know what you think. Facebook.com/The News Junkie. Hit that follow button. YouTube.com/The News Junkie. Hit subscribe. Thanks for watching as always. We'll talk to you again soon.